Hello, welcome to educational channel. Please join this class. Now we are talking about learning and motivation. So please everyone join this class. Everyone join this class. Today we are talking about learning and motivation. Today we are talking about learning and motivation. So please all join this class. पहले आज हम लोग जानेंगे लर्निंग क्या है. ओके, फर्स्ट वी लर्न अबाउट द what is learning. Learning is the act of acquiring new or modifying existing knowledge, behavior, skills, and value or preference, and may involve synthesizing different type of information. It is the modification of behavior through experiences and training. So, learning is a change in behavior, knowledge, and skills. When we gain knowledge something, that means it is learning, and that learnings always change our behavior, knowledge, and skill. The change that produced by learning can be divided into three parts. The first part is sense the environment. What is the meaning of sense the environment? Means feeling a gap between your past knowledge or experiences and your current knowledge or situation, and such a gap must exist for learning required. Next, second part is Adapt the response means integrating new information into past learning, and this ability to give meaning to new information through association and information inference. And third part is recording the experience means new connection in enough time, so can you use it in the future, and this ability that use new connection more once. So we can say learning is the act of acquiring new or modifying existing knowledge. Whatever you gain in the previous knowledge, this knowledge or this behavior and these skills is be modified through learning. Here, individual is constantly interacting with and influence the environment. This experience makes him to change or modify his behavior in order to deal effectively with it. Therefore, learning is change in behavior influenced by previous behavior. Here are some principles or characteristics. The first characteristic is that learning is a continuous process. While learning is a continuous process, after birth, the child acquires skills from experience obtained from the environment. Hence, learning goes on throughout life. Learning can be formal or informal also. That means learning can be formal and informal because when a child goes to his or her schools, they gain knowledge by books or some activities, right? Beside this, when children playing, jumping, showing TV or uses some social media app or reading newspaper, then they also gain knowledge. So we can say continuous learning is a process which is sourced by your attitude to learn and share knowledge, academic curiosity, reading, practicing, creativity, thinking ability, and extending your knowledge levels. Clear? Next, learning is change in behavior. That means the result of the learning process can be measured as behavioral changes. This change can be in any form. It can be desirable or undesirable. But in desirable form, this change should occur in a positive direction. I gave you an example. If a child has some undesirable behavior or inappropriate behavior, that means you imagine a child eats some chips or chocolate and after finishing it, he throws the chips packets on the road. That means he has not a proper behavior. Learning is a process which can help you to build a proper and desired behavior. Third characteristics is learning is purposive and goal oriented. Learning is always has a purpose. It is goal oriented in the sense that teacher always has learning objectives. What is learning objectives? When you will do something, you always think why I am doing this? What is the purpose of it? That means before you do, you always fixed and purposive or goal, right? Same as when you choose subject for your higher education, you first thought your goals or aims of your lives. Basis on these goals or basis on these aims, you choose your subject. Same as when you will learn something or the teacher will provide some information, there will be a goal. The teacher or the curriculumist always fixed a goal and then teacher teach students to fulfill these goals. The learning is a very important activity and it has a purposive and goal oriented. Next, fourth, learning is the fundamental process of life. Without learning, the progress of a person is not possible. It acts as the basis for the progress of society and civilization. That means learning is a very essential thing for everyone. Every individual and society has some needs. These needs fulfill with the help of learning. Nowadays, society need is e-learning and technological knowledge, and these needs will be fulfilled with the help of learning. That's why we say learning is the fundamental process of life. Next, factors of learning. What are the factors? The first factors is maturation, second ability, second attention, next motivation, and last interest. Okay. First we'll study on attention. What is attention? Attention is an automatic central process acting as a reinforcement of sensory process and strongly influenced by learning. That means attention is the behavioral and cognitive process of selectively concentrating on a discrete stimulus while ignoring other perceivable stimulus. Okay, attention determines perceptual organization and selection a response in a given particular sensory input. Attention have some characteristics. First characteristic is mind. Okay, mind has a 3 parts or 4 parts. The first part is conscious level, second subconscious level, third unconscious level, and fourth is core of consciousness. What is the meaning of this? Let's see. The first is conscious mind. When you are aware of thinking, that is called conscious mind. For an example, you see my video and you know about it. So that is called consciousness. And what is unconsciousness? It is the opposite of conscious mind. That means you do not aware of it. You forget that things or event that is called unconscious mind. Suppose I ask you, please tell me your first day of school. So you cannot remember this. So that is that memory or that event is towards your unconscious mind. And what is called subconscious? Subconscious is a quickery mode. Suppose I ask you, tell me about your 10th birthday ceremony. Then you think about the past and remember some enjoyable movement and you then tell me, but you do not remember exact things. That is called subconscious mind. And last, core of conscious. What is core of conscious? Suppose I give an example and tell me, I give you a biryani thali, okay? and pizza, and also rice and vegetable. You choose the biryani dishes and reject others. That means your attention only this thali. Okay? So we can say in our daily life, many things are surrounded by you, but you choose only one thing and give attention on it. When our mind give attention only one thing, that is called core conscious. ओके अब अपना मुझे बताओ जितना मैंने पढ़ाया वो सभी क्लियर है अगर आपको क्लियर होगा तो मैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पर जाऊंगी ओके नेक्स्ट next we move the second characteristics okay look at this picture and give attention only the center of this point okay give attention only this center of this point what do you see now apna please tell me when you give attention only this point what do you see now do you see only this center point or the green yellow place also इस पूरी पिक्चर में से आप कौन सी पार्ट को देख रहे हो ध्यान से सुनो मेरी बात ये जो पूरी पिक्चर है जब पूरी पिक्चर में आप सिर्फ सेंटर पॉइंट को अगर देखोगे क्या आप सिर्फ ये पिक्चर देख रहे हो कि सिर्फ सेंटर पॉइंट है बाकी येलो पोर्शन ग्रीन पोर्शन कुछ नहीं है सिर्फ आपके सामने क्या सेंटर पॉइंट ही दिखाई दे रही है या फिर आपके सामने सेंटर पॉइंट के साथ साथ येलो ग्रीन पॉइंट भी दिखाई दे रही है कौन सी चीज आपको अभी दिखाई दे रही है ये आप बताइए ये जो पूरी पिक्चर्स है अगर मैं इस पूरी पिक्चर्स की बात कहूँ तो इस पूरी पिक्चर्स में क्या आपको सिर्फ सेंटर पॉइंट्स दिखाई दे रही है या उसके अलावा आपको येलो एंड ग्रीन पार्ट भी दिखाई दे रही है कौन सी पार्ट दिखाई दे रही है टेल मी
Paper.
इफ यू सी करेक्टली तो आपको इस सेंट्रल पॉइंट के साथ साथ येलो एंड ग्रीन पार्ट भी दिखाई देगा क्योंकि हमें किसी भी तरह से सिर्फ ये पॉइंट नहीं दिखाई दे सकती, क्योंकि हमारी जो अटेंशन है वो बहुत जगह स्प्रेड कर जाती है, इसीलिए येलो एंड ग्रीन जो पार्ट है वो भी हमें दिखाई देते हैं. ओके, दैट मीन्स वी से it has been happened because we all cannot hold our attention too long on a object. Suppose now you are a reading history subject, okay, very attentively, but your favorite song is playing on TV. Your attention pass on from history subject to that song. That means we can say very strongly that people cannot hold their attention too long to an object, because our attention always shifting one object to another. Second characteristics है, this is the pendulum, right? And that pendulum always move one side to another, same as our attention. I gave you an example. A very effective and interesting topic is taught by a teacher. But whereas your attention is not there, you think another things. That means your attention is fluctuating. So sometimes stimulus of the subject of attention fails capture attention through it continues to stimulate a sense organ. Despite the intense stimuli, the students' focus was not on the content. Clear? क्योंकि हमारी जो अटेंशन है वो हमेशा फ्लक्चुएट होती रहती है, किस तरह से, पेंडुलम की तरीके से. जैसे पेंडुलम एक जगह से एक दूसरे जगह मूव करती है, ठीक वैसे ही हमारी अटेंशन है. नेक्स्ट, आई विल सी यू सम बॉल, okay, and you say me how many balls are there. Now tell me, how many balls are there? Tell me, Apna, how many balls are there? मैंने जो पिक्चर सबको दिखाया है उनमें से कितने सारी बॉल्स थे? आपने कितने सारी बॉल्स को काउंट किया है, बताओ मुझे. जो पिक्चर्स मैंने अभी अभी दिखाया है उनमें से कितने सारी बॉल्स को आपने काउंट किया हो, बताओ. अगर आप देखेंगे तो एवरेज आपको 4 से 5 बॉल दिखाई देंगे। क्यों? We see only 4 or 5 balls because our attention span is very limited. What is attention span? Attention span means number of objects that you can be perceived in a single. Normal person is in average 4 to 5 units. इसका मतलब क्या है कि एवरेज जब हम किसी चीज को देखेंगे बहुत सारी चीजों के बीच में अगर काउंट करने जाएंगे बहुत ही सिंगल टाइम पर, बहुत ही कम टाइम पर, तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमें 4 या 5 बॉल दिखाई देंगे। जितना भी अटेंशन दे लो 4 या 5 बॉल से ज्यादा आपको दिखाई नहीं देंगे। देखिए मैं और एक बार दिखाती हूँ। देखो अब मैं स्लाइड को मूव कर देती हूँ, तो यहाँ पर आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ, अब याद कीजिए आपने कितने बॉल काउंट किया या कितने बॉल आपने देखा, तो आपने सिर्फ और सिर्फ 4 या 5 बॉल देखा। क्यों ऐसा होती है हर एक इंसान के साथ? बिकॉज आवर स्पैन ऑफ अटेंशन इज लिमिटेड। एवरेज पर्सन की अगर बात करेंगे तो वो 4 या 5 यूनिट दिखाई दे सकती है एवरेज पर्सन की, इसके ज्यादा कभी भी नहीं किसी पर्सन को दिखाई देते। ओके, तो स्पैन ऑफ अटेंशन हम लोग इसको कहते हैं जहां पर वी सी ओनली द नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स दैट यू कैन बी परसीव्ड इन अ सिंगल। नेक्स्ट is synthesize and analysis. अब what is synthesizing, what is analyzing, right? I give you an example for that. When you learn new things at first, you know the overall concept, okay? And then you gain knowledge all the part of these topics. This overall concept is called synthesis and the part of this knowledge is called analysis. So when we learn new things, so we first of all attention the synthesize and then we attention the analyzing, because synthesize and analysis is very important to gain any attention on this object. Next, we move the determination of attention. What is the determination of attention? Here, two type of determination. The first type is external and the second type is internal. Okay, the external or objective determination has 7 types. The first type is intensity. अब what is intensity? एक्सटर्नल या ऑब्जेक्टिव डिटर्मिनेशन की 7 प्रकार होती है। फर्स्ट होती है आपकी इंटेंसिटी। व्हाट इज इंटेंसिटी? इंटेंसिटी मीन्स अ स्टिमुलस दैट हाईलाइटेड वेरी मच। सपोज आई गिव यू ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट पिक्चर and another is a colorful pictures. So which pictures is very attractive for you? Obviously colorful pictures. That means they have highlighted stimulus. Our attention grabs only that things which is very much highlighted. Second, novelty. What is novelty? Novelty which is new from another day or another thing. Suppose a teacher who always wear sari, but one day she comes on the schools to wear a salwar suit. You all students give attention on her dress rather than the lecture. Next, movement. Psychology says that movement things always succeeds to grab attention. Suppose a teacher gives a lectures with some models or pictures. Another teacher gives lecture through video or slide share. You all give attention more effectively to the second class. Next, suddenness. Suddenness is also a very effective external determination, because when you do something very attentively and suddenly your phone is ringing, your attention moves to your phone. Next, clarity. Clarity is very important for grabbing the attention. Suppose I give you two copy, where first copy's handwriting is very untidy, but the second copy has very neat and clean handwriting. Which one you prefer? You always prefer second copy, because our attention moves the clear objects. Next, repetition. Repetition means the words or content is represent more than one. Suppose teacher teach some things in the class, but some students ignore it. When teacher repeat this item more one time, those students definitely hear this, because the teacher repeat this lesson, repeat these words. That's why the students attention on this topic. Okay, सपोज कीजिए बहुत सारी स्टूडेंट्स है और मैं कोई लेक्चर पढ़ा रही हूँ, मगर कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे भी है जो कि लेक्चर नहीं सुन रहा है, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, बहुत ही घुमा फिरा कर एक टॉपिक को न्यू तरीके से रिपीटेशन के थ्रू पढ़ाऊंगी, जिसके थ्रू क्या होगा, जो स्टूडेंट्स नहीं सुन रही है, गॉसिपिंग कर रही है दोस्तों के साथ, उनके मन में एक टाइम भी आएगा कि मैम क्या बोल रहे हैं, बार बार एक बार जाके सुन लेती हूँ. ओके, सो यहाँ पर रिपीटेशन का रोल यही होती है कि हमारी जो अटेंशन है उसको बहुत अच्छे से ग्रैब करने के लिए मदद करती है. नेक्स्ट होती है एक्सटेंसिटी. एक्सटेंसिटी मीन्स द क्वालिटी ऑफ द सेंसेशन विच परमिट्स द परसेप्शन ऑफ स्पेस एंड साइज. ओके, next is internal determination, or we can say the subjective determination. तो इसको भी हम 5 भागों से डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. ओके, the first is emotion. What is emotion? Emotion always deals with your feeling, that could be your fear, happy, sadness, etc. How the emotion help to gain attention? Suppose a very naughty child does not do his homework. Then teacher scolded him and told that if next day he will not do this homework, so teacher will punish him. For this punishment fairness, students complete his homework. So we can say this fairness, these emotions help him to give attention on his homework. Okay. Next we move temperament. What is temperament? Temperament refers the consistent individual difference in behavior that are biological based and are relatively independent of learning system of values and attitudes. Suppose a person who is very neat and clean. A pinch of dirtiness, he does not spare it. So when he sees dirtiness anywhere, his attention go on that. That means it is called temperament. Temperament भी हमें attention देने के लिए एक बहुत तरीके से मदद करती है. ओके, नेक्स्ट है sentiment. What is sentiment? Sentiment means a very close feeling. Suppose you passed HS exam and now you study on college. One day you see your class teacher. You run away and talk to him, because your school and school life is very close to your feelings. You never forget those memory. तो यहाँ पर देखिए जो सेंटिमेंट है वो भी अटेंशन देने से हमें मदद करती है. राइट. नेक्स्ट क्या है? हैबिट. हैबिट is any regulation repeated behavior that requires little or number thought. Okay, suppose a person has a very good habit is exercise. When he sees someone do exercise, he always join with that body, because his habits तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि हमारी जो हैबिट्स होती है वो भी अटेंशन देने से मदद करती है, क्योंकि सपोज कीजिए आपकी हैबिट है एक्सरसाइज करना या भी किसी पर्सन की हैबिट है एक्सरसाइज करना, तो वो जब भी किसी को एक्सरसाइज करते हुए देखता है तो उसके पास जाता है और एक्सरसाइज करना शुरू कर देता है, क्योंकि उसका हैबिट है ये। इसीलिए जब भी कोई एक्सरसाइज देखते हैं वो अटेंटिवली उसको देखता है और इमिटेट करने की कोशिश करता है, राइट। तो इसको ही हम कहते हैं कि हैबिट भी अटेंशन देने के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है। नेक्स्ट है इंटरेस्ट। सपोज यू डू नॉट इंटरेस्ट ऑन हिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट, ठीक है, interest is a very essential determination. Suppose you do not interest on history subject, a teacher teaches on the history content in your class, no matter how well teacher teaches, because your attention will not there. क्यों? क्योंकि आपकी जो इंटरेस्ट है वो उस हिस्ट्री कंटेंट पर नहीं है। जितना भी अच्छे से पढ़ा ले टीचर, आपकी उस हिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट पर फोकस नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि आपकी इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है, तो कैसे जाएगा उस कंटेंट पर। इसीलिए जिस सब्जेक्ट पर आपकी इंटरेस्ट होती है वो जैसे भी टीचर पढ़ा ले, आपकी इंटरेस्ट वहाँ, आपकी जो अटेंशन है वो खुद ब खुद वहां पर चले जाते हैं। तो इंटरेस्ट एक बहुत ही क्लोज रिलेशन है हमारी अटेंशन के साथ। तो आज के लिए इतना ही। अगर कोई डाउट्स है तो बताओ, मैं फिर से और एक बार रिपीट कर दूंगी। ओके, तो यहीं पर क्लास खत्म होती है। आज के लिए इतना ही। अगर लेसन अच्छे लगे तो लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिए, एंड ऑलवेज शेयर नॉलेज एंड बी हैप्पी। बाय बाय।